Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of games from the World Championship final for 1v1 between Nwpo and Moxie. We're going to be talking about why Nwpo is able to dominate this final and become the first ever RLCS 1v1 World Champion. Now at this point in the series he's already up 2-1. He just destroyed Moxie in the previous game, and largely in the first 3 games Nwpo was controlling the match. He was dominating kickoffs, but going into this 4th game Moxie's made some adjustments, and we actually get more of an even distribution of possession, kickoff wins, but Nwpo's still able to come out on top of this game and the remaining game. And let's talk about why. Now, some of the things that he's doing are just obviously extremely good, extremely high level, and things that not many of us could even dream of being able to do in the game. But there are some things that he does that you guys can take into your own game. You can start to use in any rank pretty much, especially in 1v1. But to talk more broadly about his strategy, as I'm sure many of you are already aware, he loves to get the ball into the air, he loves to flex his aerial mechanics, and that is an aspect of this matchup that we all knew he would be favoured in. He would have a better aerial game than Moxie. Now, Moxie's got a pretty decent aerial game, especially good at ceiling shots, and he's especially good at air dribble bumps, which I do qualify as aerial game personally. I know that's maybe not what you guys would all qualify them as, but all that considered, Nwpo's got everything. He's got every single aspect of the aerial game that you could want. He's got it. But Moxie, of course, known for his ground game. He's known for his positional game. He's known for his kickoff. So those are the areas that we're wondering, would he be able to win in any of those aspects? Would he be able to win in the kickoff battle? The answer is no. Would he be able to win in the ground game battle? The answer is also no there. He gets completely faked out here. Nice little mind game there by Nwpo, but realistically, he was just recovering there after realizing that Moxie had read his aerial play and countered with a ceiling shadow. But obviously, ceiling shadowing, you want your opponent to hit the ball into you so you can react to it, which is not what Nwpo did. He just let the ball bounce awkwardly towards Moxie, and that was actually harder to deal with. But okay, we're almost 2 minutes into the game, and you'll definitely have noticed, if you're paying attention to the challenge game, a lot of aggressive challenges from Nwpo. It's something that he used in the final against Diaz in Rally, the major final for once, and he also used it a ton in this grand final. But look at here, especially in Moxie's back corner, he's not just mindlessly rushing in, he's not just sending it every time, and this is a really important aspect to Nwpo's game that I think goes underappreciated at times, and that's the 1v1 IQ that he's attained over the years. He's really grown as a player. When he first came onto the one scene, when he first made a name for himself, he was very much a all guns blazing, full speed ahead, never stopping, and he would definitely be predictable at times, and he'd start to get a bit tilted when he loses to players who he should be beating in his own mind. But no more. He is very stable with his gameplay, and he's able to produce the aggression, the same level of aggression, the same level of fear that his opponents have to worry about constantly, without overextending, without mindlessly rushing into positions that are just going to lead to him being in bad spots. Now that was an open net miss, but he's very active in all these plays, never giving Moxie space. And oh my goodness, this crushes him with the ceiling challenge. Tough rebound, makes it look easy, 3-2. But notice whenever Nwpo's positioning, whenever he's faking challenges, he's putting himself in a position where he's ready to not only deal with whatever Moxie's threatening, whatever the biggest threat in the position is, he's ready for it. If that's a really fast flick, he'll be backing off further. If there's not a lot of momentum in the position, if Moxie doesn't really have a lot going on, then he'll stay closer. So right now he's staying closer. Moxie doesn't have any momentum, he's not threatening anything particularly dangerous, so he's happy to be close and just let his presence do the work for him. And he's had so many aggressive challenges. Look at that by Moxie. He's barely turned in defense and he's already flicking the ball. Now I won't rewind much in this game, but let's watch that from Moxie's POV. You'll see why he's flicking the ball so early. Bear in mind, he's been rush challenged a ton in this match, so now he sees Nwpo in the area, he immediately flicks it. He doesn't want to give Nwpo a chance to put an early challenge in, but we can see from Nwpo's POV before, he didn't really want a challenge. He just wants to have a presence in the position. But when he's in his own half, he will rush a lot, tries to get goal side every time. Couldn't do it there. Nice shot by Moxie. Tied up 3-3. But these are the things you can take into your own game. Choosing when to be aggressive, when to just go for the ball. And, the main positions that Nwpo's looking to do that, the main positions he used in the final, are when he can get his car right between the ball and his goal, like we saw in the previous challenge just seconds ago, and the attempted challenge, which led to Moxie scoring the last goal. And he'll also do it whenever Moxie's threatening something that he doesn't want to wait and find out about. That, you know, if your opponent's got a really threatening flick or shot or something and you can challenge, it's often a good idea to do so, just because you're not likely to be in a good position even if they don't make that play. Or rather, even if, you know, you do back off and try to make a save, it's probably not going to be a great save a lot of the time. And your chances of getting the ball back and being the next player in control would improve if you could just make a challenge and see if you can get the ball back. I'm going to rewind one more time here. Now notice this. We saw Nwpo just a second ago charging in. We'll see it again here. Now this one is blatant. I want to show it from Moxie's POV just so you can see that that was absolutely envisioned. And he'll do this occasionally as well. And this is something I recommend you guys do also, is just go for the ball even if your opponent knows you're going, even if it's the most obvious challenge ever. And now look at that. He fakes a challenge. It's way more likely to work because of the previous, a lot of people would call it brain dead challenge, where he just goes. And now he's got the ball back off of that fake challenge and he scores. So, you know, Nwpo's got an underrated game when it comes to IQ. People think he's all mechanics, he's all speed, he's just brute forcing it, and there's no finesse. Couldn't be more wrong. He's, you know, done a lot of kickoff variety in this game. We've seen drive kickoff, delayed kickoff, wave dash recovery kickoff, standard kickoffs, just to name a few. He's had so much variety in every aspect of his game, but particularly kickoffs, challenges, two things that shut down the parts of 1v1 that Moxie's most known for, Moxie's strongest at. That just allowed him to mechanically dominate in the areas that he's good at. So there's the game 4 win, well, game 1 for this video. Let's take a look at the last game of the series. Alright, let's get into game 5 of the series. And as I'm sure all of you know by now, the last game in the RLCS 1v1 Worlds Final. Nwpo in triple match point. And he just goes for it from the get-go with the pop bump. Now, this leads me to another thing that I wanted to talk about with this guy. It's the just pure confidence he has in his mechanics, in his style, in every aspect of his game. He is just exuding confidence in it. Whether it's just putting himself in positions where, yeah, maybe he can get outplayed, but he doesn't care. He's just going to go for the big challenge, the big play anyway, just to get Moxie out of his comfort zone. And this is, again, something you guys can use in your own game. Don't hold back. Don't be scared to use your mechanics, whatever those may be, whatever the strong parts of your game may be. You know, if you're going to have success with any of it, you can't go in thinking, uh-oh, what if my opponent saves this? Uh-oh, what if my, you know, my shot isn't as good as I want it to be? Now, I'm not saying go and do something outside of what you're capable of every single play. But if you know you're good at certain things, which Nwpo obviously does, he knows all the things he's good at. He's very good at air dribble bumps. He's very good at pop bumps. Oh my goodness, what a save on Moxie's attempted air dribble bump there. If you know you've got shots that you can trust, use them. And there we go, an example of it. And it's actually something you'd more associate with Moxie. The reverse 45-degree flick to the left. Nwpo using it there, not holding back, no half measures on that. He just goes for it, full send on his shot. When he gets possession, when he gets a chance, he's going for it every time, and he's dominating as a result. Can't say the same for Moxie. I think one of the biggest mistakes he made in this match, and maybe at times as well against Yan in Birmingham, is he didn't trust the good aspects of his own game. He didn't trust his flick, he didn't trust his ceiling shots. He would, maybe go for safer options, trying to just take a pop shot or some, other early flick and then seal the boost, try and really build an attack every time. And now that's something he's good at in general, but you have to trust your mechanics. You have to really just, find out. You're not going to know, okay, are my flicks really on? Are my shots really on? Are my ceiling shots really on? Whatever it is, if you never try, if you're always trying to play ultra safe. So yes, you do want to find the balance. You do want to find the shots that you can hit consistently, and you're not going to just concede possession every time with. But once you know what those are, if you know you're good at certain things, just do them. Use those plays. And yeah, there's an example of Moxie not doing it. We'll watch again from his POV. I mean, he's got the lineup here. This is exactly where he wants to be, and usually he'd be ripping this top shelf, no hesitation, but look where the ball is on his car. He's not going for the reverse 45-degree flick here. He's, maybe setting up more for another pop bump, which he's already tried in this game. He's already had a fail attempt with it. And yeah, he's maybe trying a delayed flick. Not very committed. So I think that's a clear difference between how Nwpo played this final and how Moxie played it. Moxie played ultra conservatively, and extremely cautiously, even when he got into the positions that you'd usually see him just going for every time. Like, why is he not flicking? Well, I mean, I've talked about this many times. Long-time viewers of the channel will know that I've talked about this since years and years, so many years ago, that when players are nervous, one of the first things that disappears is their flick game, because flicks are an extremely precise move. Even players who are very good at them, like Moxie, can lose a bit of trust in their flicking. Shots can also look a bit weaker. And now here comes ceiling shot by Moxie. That's more like it. That's what he's known for when it comes to the aerial game. And he does go for it. He trusts himself. And look what happens. You know, he gets a goal. Now, you might not always get a goal when you trust yourself to hit the shots that you practiced a million times. But there's, you know, a real demand for trying them if you want to have success in Rocket League, but especially in 1v1. But also, don't just give up on something because it didn't work earlier. Nwpo in game 1 got shot down with his pop bumps, his air dribble bumps, and Moxie is counter-attacking him effectively off the back of failed ones. He didn't give up on that though. He knows he's very good at this, and he's thinking, well, you know what? I'm not going to give up on that strategy. I'm just going to change how I'm doing it. I'm going to, you know, give another look to at that exact strategy to my opponent. Whether it's, you know, the high air dribble bumps are failing, you want to go lower. Whether it's the air dribble bumps from deeper failing, you know, you want to just start them closer. Maybe you make it more of a pop bump rather than an air dribble. You don't want to completely give up on something just because it isn't working. Try different variations, try different styles, and that's obviously going to help you confuse your opponent as well. So, a minute and 45 to go. Another flick goes in for Nwpo. Moxie in a world of trouble. There's still a lot of time to work with, and he's got to be taking his opportunities. Nice little fake there. You will get a good position off that, but again, the fake challenges from Nwpo are crushing. Moxie falls for the majority of them because the investments in the early parts of the series in just fully diving into the play when Moxie's in the ball, that's got Moxie thinking that every single fake challenge could be real. So another little tip for you guys that you'll have heard me say before is be aggressive out the gate. You know, go for, if you're going to go for that blatant rush challenge that we saw Nwpo do in the last game, great thing to show your opponent in the opening seconds, because then they're going to think, wow, this guy's an idiot. He's just brainlessly challenging, so I'm going to get ready for that next time. And then you hit them with a fake challenge, get the ball for free. Nice bump there by Moxie. Air dribble bump's obviously a very good strategy in 1v1, and a very good strategy on LAN, it would seem. They're one of the most reliable ways to score. Oh, still 4-4. Will it be late drama? Those of you who've seen this game know the answer to that question. Moxie trying to dribble the ball back to his corner. He's hoping that Nwpo's backed off to get boost, but this guy does not do that. If he can get close to you, he will. Now, he didn't on that play because there was a threat of a hard clear. He had to back off and respect it. Now he's missed his challenge, and it's a 1-goal advantage for Moxie, 30 seconds to go. This is probably the clearest 30 seconds that you're going to see in this series in terms of confidence. I mean, look at this position for Moxie. He's got Nwpo exactly where he wants him, and he dribbles it back. He does it extremely early in the game. Usually you'll see that in the final 15 seconds or so. He does it with 30 seconds left. And what does that mean? Well, we get back to a similar position, but now Nwpo's got more of the field to work with behind him, more boost, and he's able to this time put in an effective challenge and get an attack started the other way. Flicks it early. Moxie's attempt to hide behind the ball, maybe sneak a reverse challenge in, completely thwarted. And yeah, that's a big mistake by Moxie. I think I would have much rather saw him take a shot there, maybe steal a boost and then dribble the ball back. But dribbling the ball back immediately, it just gave too much time for Nwpo to figure out a way to get it back. And when we all saw this, we thought, oh my goodness, it's going to be the off-the-wall play to win it. Will we see a 0-second goal to win a world championship? Something we've never seen before. Nwpo makes it happen. He just knew that Moxie could be on 0 boost here, and that is how it ended. 0-second goal to win Worlds. Insane. But of course it would happen in 1v1, the most scripted game mode in Rocket League's competitive history. But yeah, to summarize Nwpo, how did he win this series? He trusted in his mechanics a lot more than Moxie did. He also mixed up his challenges beautifully, countering the strongest aspect of Moxie's game, which is his ground game. And he also mixed up his kickoff very well, which neutralized another aspect of the game that we thought maybe Moxie would have an advantage in, especially given the fact that he came in without not having to play 3v3 a lot. You know, that was a large part that was discussed. Is will Moxie dominate? Will he win? Because he can just practice 1v1 this whole time. Nwpo's prepping for 3s and also 1s. My answer to that beforehand, and I said this on broadcast a couple of times, is that I don't think it's going to be an issue for Nwpo. I think some players it might be an issue, but the MENA players are always in good 1s for him, so I'm not surprised to see him showing up. more than ready for the match and winning it. Wow, look how low you can go. The map really does have a deep ocean here. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching this one. Hopefully you've enjoyed the breakdown of why Nwpo is able to win the first ever RLCS Worlds. Hopefully you've learned a thing or two that you can maybe take into your own games. And yeah, look out for more of these breakdowns. Also, I'm going to be doing something on the channel over the next few weeks. I'm going to be looking at old replays. We're going to be looking at some of the ancient VODs of games from 2017, 2016, and then going through the years, looking at various players who made a splash on Rocket League's competitive. My goodness, you can really go quite low here. We're getting down there during this outro. But yeah, let me know if there's any particular players or history that you'd like me to make a video about. I'm doing this in preparation for like pretty much ranking my greatest of all time list with the boys once CJ's back from his Euro trip, which he's currently on. But look out for that. Look out for Chalkcast upon CJ's return, and check out the Next Rank YouTube channel. Check out the Next Rank course. My videos are made with apparently Jack on YouTube, and also on the course itself. There is a free course if you want to check it out, get a little sampler, and be sure to join both Discords, get stuck in with the communities. Are we still going down? I think we are. It's hard to tell though. Yeah, we are. We're still, well, I don't want to find out how long that keeps going. If you guys want to check it, go to Grass Aquadome, I suppose. But thanks again for watching this one. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.